Oh yeah!
R is for Ranger.
R is for Ranger.
A is for all the way.
A is for all the way.
N is for never quit.
N is for never quit.
Morning, my name is Ash. Ellen from Take the Challenge asked me to do a quick video for you guys to talk about a fitness test. Fitness test, basically you just want to do this at some point to be able to quantify your result. So I'm in the United States Army. What we do is we have our annual Army physical fitness test. So what we're going to do today is my friend Jason, who's behind the camera right now, we're going to go through the steps of the Army physical fitness test. Before you start doing a test, you need to have some counters, especially if you're doing it by yourself. So we've got our typical smartphone. What we've got here is a Gym Boss, so that'll help you with your the timings. And then I've got a basic counter. You can get these pretty much anywhere. That's going to help if you're by yourself and counting reps. And that's what the fitness test is all about.
Yeah! One duck died in the middle of the day.
What?
The push-up event measures the endurance of the chest, shoulder, and triceps muscles. When viewed from the side, your body should form a generally straight line from your shoulders to your ankles. On the command go, begin the push-up by bending your elbows and lowering your entire body as a single unit until your upper arms are at least parallel to the ground. Then return to the starting position by raising your entire body until your arms are fully extended. Your body must remain a rigid, generally straight line and move as a unit while performing each repetition. If you fail to keep your body generally straight, to lower your whole body until your upper arms are at least parallel to the ground, or to extend your arms completely, that repetition will not count, and the scorer will repeat the number of last correctly performed repetitions. An altered front-leaning rest position is the only authorized rest position. That is, you may sag in the middle or flex your back. When flexing your back, you may bend your knees, but not to such an extent that you are supporting most of your body weight with your legs. If this occurs, your performance will be terminated. You must return to and pause in the correct starting position before continuing. If you rest on the ground or raise either hand or foot from the ground, your performance will be terminated. Correct performance is important. You'll have 2 minutes in which to do as many push-ups as you can. Watch this demonstration.
Okay, so from the side, generally straight line, lowering my body until my arms are parallel to the ground. Here, easiest way to do this is to basically touch your chest to the ground. So I'm going to do here, and I'm going to come up, I'm going to make sure that my elbows lock. That's a good rep. So if I'm doing this like you see on the internet, that is not a push-up. I don't know what that is, but it's not a push-up. So you come down, generally straight line, parallel, come back up, lock. That's one. That's important to remember. When you're doing a fitness test, you can't stop. Basically what we're trying to do is see how many reps you can do correctly in a certain amount of time. So in the U.S. Army we have 2 minutes. There's other kinds of events. Navy has a different one. Canadian Army has a different one. Everybody's got a different standard. Okay? That's important. Now we're going to move on to sit-ups.
Nice!
He came to save those 2 dead boys.
So what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate without partner. Obviously if you have a partner, he or she holds your feet. But for this purpose, I'm not going to have a partner, but what I do have is I have a nice fence right here. So we're going to, Jason's going to talk through the sit-ups for us, and I'll be doing some demonstration while he's talking.
The sit-up event measures the endurance of the abdominal and hip flexor muscles. On the command get set, assume the starting position by lying on your back with your knees bent at a 90-degree angle. The heel is the only part of your foot that must stay in contact with the ground. Your fingers must be interlocked behind your head and the backs of your hands must touch the ground. Your arms and elbows need not touch the ground. On the command go, begin raising your upper body forward to or beyond the vertical position. The vertical position means that the base of your neck is above the base of your spine. After you have reached or surpassed the vertical position, lower your body until the bottom of your shoulder blades touch the ground. Your head, hands, arms, or elbows do not have to touch the ground. A repetition will not count if you fail to reach the vertical position, fail to keep your fingers interlocked behind your head, arch or bow your back, and raise your buttocks off the ground. If to raise your upper body or let your knees exceed a 90-degree angle. If a repetition does not count, the scorer will repeat the number of your last correctly performed sit-up. If you stop and rest in the down starting position, the event will be terminated. As long as you make a continuous physical effort to sit up, the event will not be terminated. You may not use your hands or any other means to pull or push yourself up to the rest position, or to hold yourself in the rest position. If you do so, your performance in the event will be terminated. Correct performance is important. You will have 2 minutes to perform as many sit-ups as you can. Watch this demonstration.
Alright, so if we get set, I'm going to start here. Hands are touching the ground. On the command to go, I'm going to raise myself up. Vertical position. Back down. So I'm going to do good reps here. Once I start to get tired, if I want to get to here, that rep doesn't count. If I end up stopped down at the bottom, and I'm resting there, then your reps count. The event is terminated.
Ask Sergeant Major, he saw it all.
U.S. Army, we do a 2-mile run time, and it's based off of age. So I'm an old man, I just turned 40. I have like something over 18 minutes. That's the minimums. Now we look at maximums, and I need to be able to run that 2 miles in like 13 minutes. And unless my name is Tim Pitts, then that's not going to work out for me. But you can measure that time as improvement. So if I do an 18-minute 2-miler this week, in 6 weeks, when I go to it again, if I do a 1750, I've made some improvements. Hopefully it's better than that. But that's just why we do this, so we know where everybody's at. Now the important things to remember about the run. You have a strict course. We do 2 miles. Basically, you can do a 2-mile loop. You can do a 2 mile straight, however, 1 mile straight, however you work it out. But it's a test. So you want to find the flattest spot possible unless you're training up for something. So if you're doing something with hills in it, find some place to do a hill and check your time. Okay? The thing with the Army PT test is nobody can help you. They can't pick you up and carry you for it. You can't hop in the car. You can't do none of those cool things. Again, this is a fitness assessment. It's more for us than it is for anybody else.
Airborne!
Airborne!
Ranger!
Ranger!
In between events, there's a 10-minute wait time. So you have 2 minutes of push-ups, wait 10 minutes, 2 minutes of sit-ups, wait 10 minutes, and then do your run. That's how we do it. That's to keep everything fair. If you guys do it that way, that's cool. I posted up my fitness test that I'm going to be doing. I use the Canadian Armed Forces, their Special Operations Task Force 2, as presented by the internet, what their standards are. So they have a 1.5 mile run, continuous push-ups. That means if I take a break, my event stops. Pull-ups, sit-ups, and 1 rep max on bench press. So I'm going to be doing that a little bit different because I know we have a lot of Canadian people on the page. So I thought that would be a little bit fun. So we'll be posting that up, and I think we moved it to the 29th of March. So by then you need to do some sort of fitness test. Thank you for your time.
Army!
Army!
O-R!
O-R!
Any!
Any!